I've been struggling with YouTube.
Girl, I'm this. I get ready to prep. But it's still a piece that I'm trying to make.
I'll get the big pool out. We get some ice.
I've been struggling with YouTube. And I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there it go. I think.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. So I'm back. All right. I'm happy about that. I've been struggling with YouTube for a minute, but now I'm back. Man, talk about anything. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Talk about it. I'm here to talk. It's good, man. Talk to me. What you doing, Pelly?
Oh, I was just making an ice pack for her so she can keep cool. Okay, Mom. I have to take care of it.
You don't see that, huh?
So you can keep yourself not into but still need to make
What's up? What's good? What's good? Talk about anything. Talk about anything. What's good, baby? I see you. Double O blocks, whatever. I see you. Talk about anything. You have to be 18 years of age to be in here to talk about anything. Say what you want to say. Talk about anything. Say what you want to say. It's Christmas Eve, man. I see you. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Talk about anything. Talk your shift. Oh, what's going on with this movement when they saying F the streets? What are they talking about?
It seems like a movement started by the rapper 21 Savage, encouraging other artists to distance themselves from the more negative aspects of street life, often tied to trauma and violence. There's been different reactions from other rappers, though, with some disagreeing or questioning the authenticity. Is there something specific you wanted to know about it?
No, I just wanted to know what was going on. I didn't even know you had that knowledge of to even know what was going on in that life, in that sense. So, what's good?
I'm designed to process them.
So I didn't even know that you was moving like that, that you had the knowledge and the capability to be able to understand hood terminology.
I can process and understand diverse language styles, including cultural and slang terms, to provide helpful and informative responses.
So,
Is there
all right, so if they saying Forget about what's going on in the streets. Choose positivity.
That seems like a key message. Yeah. Promoting positive change and moving away
All
from the
right, so
potential.
I'm all about positivity. Where do we start?
That's a great approach.
Who do I need to
You
talk to? Do I need to contact 21 Savage or Young Thug or the higher ups that's in the game? Who are the higher ups? Who do I need to contact? Do I need to get in contact with Lil Dirt managers, or who do I need to get in contact? Who's the voice of the streets?
The F the Streets movement, as started by 21 Savage, is primarily a cultural and musical dialogue about choosing
But
positivity.
I mean, it has to be someone to contact when you saying F a certain department in a certain establishment. What department do I need to contact? Who of the higher ups do I need to contact when I'm saying F the streets? And I got a problem with them is a situation. What department do I need to contact? Because do I need to contact Troy Ave and his team because he said the streets was a myth? You know, I mean, who do I need to contact in order to rectify the situation?
It seems like you're looking for a practical solution, but the streets isn't a department or a specific entity you can contact. The phrase is more of a metaphor for certain cultural and societal factors.
Hold up.
Are
It got to be if you could say it and the people can convey with it, it has to be some type department or some type head of that department. Because I mean, it's almost like a protest. And so when we do normal protests, we go like the Congress, uh, to your mayor, to your governor's office. So if I'm saying F the streets, who do I need to contact? Do I need to contact the voice of the street? Who is the voice of the streets? And what is
That's a different way to look at it.
I mean, if you got 21 Savage saying this and this, and they coming up with rules and it's rules to it, is it rules to hood type activities or to street type activities? If it's rules, there got to be a head of that department.
In that context, the rules might be more about codes of conduct or unwritten norms within certain communities or the music industry, not formal departments or official hierarchies. It's about personal choices and influencing culture.
So if they put it out there, F the streets, there's no one to get in contact with. Who should I contact with? Or why am I protesting saying it? Why am I saying F the streets for what? There's no type of department, there's no type of concierge that you can get in contact with.
The protest is more about changing perspectives and behaviors within the culture itself, rather than a formal complaint to a specific body. It's a call for a shift in values and direction.
Okay, so it's saying everybody shift this way, but how do I know eternally which way to go?
That part is really personal. It's about looking within and deciding what positivity and growth mean to you, and then taking steps in that direction. It could be through community work, creativity, or supporting positive causes.
So with this whole move, is this like a movement, or is this just like, hey, you take it for what you take it? It is what it is. You do your own part, or is it someone that I can reach out to and contact?
It functions more like a cultural conversation and personal journey towards positive change, rather than a formal movement with specific contacts or rules. The idea is individual transformation.
So hold up. Troy Ave spoke on the streets. He said the streets was a myth. And he said the rules no longer apply. Who made these rules?
It sounds like Troyov is challenging the very idea of those rules, suggesting they might be outdated or not truly applicable.
Oh, they're outdated. Okay. So these rules are outdated. It was probably made back in I don't know when. Who was the head of the department when the rules was made?
There wasn't a specific head or department that made these, as they're informal and developed over time through social interactions and cultural narratives, not by a formal governing body.
Okay, so there's like no structure to the streets.
That seems to be the implication.
Okay, so this is sort of like dibbling dabbling with the Wild Wild West. You take bits and pieces of information by ear, you know, and it travels down through the pipeline, and you pick up on what you pick up on, and you put off what you put off on.
That's a colorful analogy. It does sound like a decentralized network where
So I don't need
ideas
to
and
contact
networks
Troy Ave or the Voice of the Streets or 21 Savage or DJ Academics or no one from the higher ups. Do I need to contact Jay-Z?
No, contacting those individuals wouldn't be the way to engage with the F the Streets concept, as it's not a structured organization.
But hold up.
It's more
Isn't Lil Wayne like the president of the streets or something? Would I need to contact him? What about Birdman or the people out of NBA Youngboy camp? Who would I need to contact about this street stuff?
those figures are influential in the music industry and cultural scene, but president of the streets is not a recognized
But hold
position.
up, didn't Lil Durk claim to be the voice of the street? So if he's the head of the department, do I need to contact, you know, them over there at OTF?
It seems that voice of the streets is more of a symbolic title, reflecting influence and respect within certain contexts, rather than
Well,
a
then wasn't a movement in the streets where they said that you had to check in from city to city in different departments and you had to check in. You remember the baby, he shot a rap video down in Atlanta and he didn't want to check in and they wanted him to check in and contact a certain department, people out of the streets.
Those situations are often related to complex social and territorial dynamics and personal interactions within specific communities.
Oh, so you have to be there personally. If you there personally, then they can, size you up, or then it becomes departmental lies. Then, you have to get in contact with the people that personally, try to size you up about anything that's in the streets.
It sounds like you're interpreting it as a system based on personal interactions and situational rules.
So
rather
it's
than
basically like Troy Ave said, is a myth until you start dibbling and dabbling into them, and then the people that you deal with, it becomes uh personal on that level. Whoever you come in contact with and whatever their rules and whatever they say goes. Because then little baby say whatever Wham says goes, or then Young Thug say that or something. I mean, the streets is just such of a myth. I don't know who to contact. I don't know, what to do. Is a whole new movement called F the Streets out here. Everybody's choosing positivity. They're on a positive way. So I guess it all boils down to personal interactions.
That's a good conclusion. It emphasizes the power of individual choices and focusing on positive paths and personal
But
responsibility.
I mean, Then Lil Durk claimed to be the voice of the street, the head honcho of the street. So he said if you had a problem to contact him, he's head of the department, he's the voice.
That voice of the streets persona is part of his public image and brand, signifying his perceived influence and connection to the culture. However, it doesn't translate to a formal department.
Oh, only if you're having personal interactions with him, you would be able to contact him about whatever situation that you may encounter.
It would be highly unlikely to be able to contact him directly for that purpose, as those personal interactions are part of his private and professional life. The original message is more about a broad cultural
So
shift.
this, I need to contact 21 Savage about this street stuff. I mean, I'm trying to figure out who do I need to contact about F the streets, you know. Do I need to contact Lil Boozy? Isn't he streets? Or what about Rollo? Didn't he say he was fam goon and all that? I mean, there's a lot that's going on in the streets. I think the best person to contact right now is Troy Ave. Yo, what's up? I see you, Joshua Cruz.
It sounds like you're navigating a lot of different cultural ideas. Ultimately, the F the Streets movement is about personal decisions and striving for positivity in your own life. Is there a specific positive change you're considering?
Yeah, I'm all the way positive. Joshua Cruz, what's your information on this topic? I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the streets as a whole movement. F the streets. I appreciate you for that sub. Uh, tell me about your experience in the streets and man, come up here and talk your shift, man. Say what you gotta say. What do you think about who to contact and this F the street movement? I'm trying to figure out, do I need to contact Troy Ave, Lil Dirt, the OTF, NBA Young Boys, the Never Broke Again guy? Who do I need to contact about these certain movements? And who do I need to contact? DJ Academics, 21 Savage. Who do I need to contact about this F the street movement? Because a lot of stuff derive out of the streets now. A lot of NBA basketball players, they come from the streets. A lot of superstars, they come from the streets. A lot of people that we look up to in the community every day, they come from the streets. Probably 21 Savage. He the one started this mess. 21 Savage started this mess, F the streets. But when you look at the streets as a whole, in the whole totality, Lil Durk is the voice, so that's sort of like the president. But when I looked online to look up a contact, there was nothing there. And what about street cred? Is a certain thing, I'm trying to check to see, do I qualify for enough street cred? Because I need a new house. I need some street credibility, with the work that I put in the past. I'm trying to see if I qualify for any street cred. Who would I contact? Who is head of the department here? I like, if something goes wrong at Starbucks, I could go contact the manager or assistant manager. If something deep, I could go contact the general manager, or at Champ store, it's people to contact, and with Visa over there with the credit card, it's people to contact. And so I'm trying to figure out, with the street cred that I have, who do I need to go contact so I could get back in the game and get some of the street cred. I tried to get in contact with 21 Savage. Um, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Troy Ave hit me back. He said, "Hey, don't even try to do it. The streets is a myth." When I try to get in contact with these people, you know, um, there's no connection. The only person it seemed that I could get in contact with is Troy Ave, and he keeps telling me the streets is a myth. So but I'm real big on street cred. I done put in a lot of work, and now it's time for me to get my credit. And there's no I even tried to contact T Grizzly. What's that street he say he be on or that he grew up on? Joy Road? Yeah, T Grizzly. Shoot, man. Got in contact with a couple fellas up there from Joy Road, and they said T Grizzly ain't been around in a while ever since he got famous. Since he made that song First Day Out. Um, Went down there and tried to get in contact with uh Pooh Shiesty and his guys, and they said, listen, Pooh Shiesty is one of the shiesties in the business. There's no need to try to get in contact with him. Only person I can seem to get in contact with, and it's crazy, is Troy Ave. The streets is a myth. Call him again and ask him a real question. You need info. I really need this info. Anyone who does, man, let me hit up Google Gemini to see who I really need to be contacted. So when I try to get in contact with these guys from the street, the only person that I could get in contact with is Troy Ave. And every time he'll say, "Yo, what's up? What's up, bull? Oh man, the streets is a myth," and that's it. He'll hang up on me.
That experience might be part of the myth that Troyev is referring to. It seems the movement is encouraging people to find their own path rather than trying to navigate those complex systems.
I mean, but it got to be someone head of the department. Who's at human resources? Who is at the HR? Lil Durk said he was the voice of the streets. I tried to get Rollo. He said, "Fam goon." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? Fam goon. He like, yeah, get out here with me. We building. We got this. We got properties here, properties. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I got street cred. I got shoot 1,000 in street cred. My points is up. It's like credibility 1,000. The last time I checked online, I got plenty of street cred. All Rollo Hollis fam goon, Lil Durk, he the voice. I thought he was head of the department. 21 Savage got everybody riled up. All only person I can get in contact is with Troy Ave, DJ Academics. He all through the streets wilding, just giving different takes on different opinions on different forms and stuff. I mean, this is getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated here. I mean, yeah, I mean, the streets is a myth. I mean, who do we go to? I mean, who is really, popping, I mean, I got street cred from the Wazoo, all the way from Carolina to New York. All the way, can I go to Memphis 10 a key and still get it for 10 a key? I got street cred, you know. I mean, I'm trying to get in contact with Pooh Shiesty and his homeboy. What's his homeboy name? The the pudgy one, that held them down while he was locked up the whole time. Yeah, look like MJG and 8 Ball and all them. Yeah, I'm trying to get in contact with them boys to see if it's Tennessee still down there. I mean, this street. I mean, this is crazy. You can't go up to New York and try to get in contact with Jay-Z. He ain't even there. He's somewhere out on the West Coast. I mean, so I'm still trying to figure this out, but I got a game plan. I got a game plan. I might have to reach out to 21 Savage, and he just told me last time I did, I got in he gave me the number to Troy Ave. I got in contact with Troy Ave. Troy Ave told me the streets was a myth. And I didn't even try to contact Young Thug, the LGBT community. If you try to contact Young Thug, They gonna be on your, yeah. So it's best not to even try to contact him. You might have to put on a dress, or I mean, so I'm not even going that route. You know, it's just crazy, but the streets is a myth. So I'm leaning towards. I might have to go up there and see if I can get in contact with LeBron because he come out of the streets, um, out of Cleveland. Um, who else? Country Wayne. Country Wayne comes out of the streets, but he was somewhere deep down in Georgia in a little small town. I hit him on Instagram, like, yo, put me on one of your, put me on one of your joints. I'm a comedian as well. Country Wayne never got back in contact with me. You know, I said, well, I'm gonna start going to these local comedy shows, and you know, they didn't want to deal with me, and so I'm starting to believe when Troy Ave said the streets was a myth, it was true. You know, I didn't want to get in contact with 6ix9ine team, because they said it was a lot of that going on over there, and they was all lined it up, and I seen something that I never thought I would see. Young Thug was the head of that department over there, and that's why 21 Savage trying to save him right now. He was right over there with Takashi 6ix9ine and them, and you know what they call them? 3 letters, RA. You already know, and they said they was like that, and I said y'all getting in like that, and um. I seen Deuce over there. He was like, Deuce. I said, what the? Yeah. He was like, you remember me from the movie Deuce? You remember Deuce? Yeah. OG, Bobby Johnson, all them was over there. I mean, man, this is crazy. This went all the way back to the 80s. This crazy. But it's one person that I know he building houses all, and that's that Fam Goon guy, Rollo. He's screaming Fam Goon. He threw all the communities building up houses and riding in Maybachs and like, yo, Fam Goon. It's I I'm like, what the? I'm like, can you talk? I mean, how do we even have a conversation? But uh it's crazy. Because Troy Ave told us 2, 3, 5 years ago that the streets was a myth, but we didn't listen. Now it's right here, dead front and center. I was looking at another guy on YouTube, and he was talking about the wave that just came home, Max B. And but he was explaining what Max B did to his former partner. She was a female and they was in a relationship, and Max B. So he was over there with Young Thug and Takashi 6ix9ine and all them. And I'm just looking like, dang, you too? You too? And that's what Pusha T was saying. You too? You know, yeah, Maze came back to the game, No Malice came back to the game. And I'm like, how y'all come back to the game? Y'all was just, but the streets is a myth. We don't know what's real out here and what ain't. You know, um, I reached out to 6ix9ine, but I told you I seen Young Thug them over there, and I seen all them over there, and at the top of the with the banner it was like open now, and the department was RAT, and I'm like, rat. Like, what is that? But we all knew what that was, so I ain't even, I just stayed back there. So, but I really want to holler at Fam Goon, Lil Dirt, to try to get, I'm trying to holler at Fam Goon for the street cred. But Lil Dirt, he the voice, he's the head of HR, the head of Department of Human Resources. So I'm really looking into this thing, and periodically, I come across, you know, um, who was that I came across? And yeah, yeah, your boy, what's his name? you know your boy. What's his name? Right on the tip of my tongue, I forgot, but um, Ghana. It was Ghana. He was over there, Thug. Don't believe what you see on TV. Don't believe what they promoting. He was right over there with Thug and Takashi 6ix9ine and Max B and all them. You know, yeah, Ghana, Ghana. He was right over there. I said, I thought it was like this. And what's his name? The little short one, Lil Woody. He just was shaking his head. He was in the cut, just shaking his head. He was like, "Boy, I told you, I told you, I told you, boy." I'm like, "What the heck?" Lil Woody was over there in the cut, just shaking his head. Like, man. So I'm trying to get in contact with all these street guys, you know, to see what's going on with the streets. The only one that claimed that they was a real one was Lil Boozy. He said, "I'm so real. I'm so real. I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood." I said, "What?" Then I seen that verses with Master P. "I'm down for my." I said, "Master P, what's going on? You still keep in contact with C Murder?" And you know, because I've been hearing a lot. And that guy came home, was locked up with C Murder. He said, "Shoot, they was saying C Murder was feeding all these people in prison." This guy said C Murder didn't have nothing, nothing. So I'm trying to figure out what's hot and what's not. You know, uh, I seen Juvenile had a strong comeback in the streets, and shoot, I said, well, Birdman could do it for him and go over there with NBA YoungBoy and make a song talking about F that. We real out here. I'm like, shoot, man, I know I got plenty of street cred. I could at least, get in there, dibble and dabble. There's a lot of street cred there. You know, that's why I'm trying to get in contact with Rollo, 21 Savage. I don't know, man. I seen him the other day on the phone. His mouth was twisted, like he had some crumpets with a shot of wine or something. I don't know what he on, but he looked like he had the twisted mouth. I looked at him again. I said, "Where's gear fly?" He got on fly gear, but he looked like a head. He looked like a head. I'm like, dang. But I mean, I ain't trying to get into those guys' personal
It
business.
seems like you're processing.
I mean, what you say? I mean, cause the streets is a myth. That's what Troy Ave told me.
Yes, that aligns with Troy Ave's statement. It points to the idea that the streets might be more of a personal and cultural construct. What kind of positive changes are you considering?
Well, I already made it. I've been out the streets. The streets is obsolete to me. I'm just trying to, to get this street cred that I deserve, that the streets owe me. And I'm trying to see who is the head of the HR department in the streets, since all these guys got these street titles and these streets name, and I seen this new wave going across. It's like F the streets, but I'm saying, hold up. They saying they love the streets, but F the streets and this but I'm like, hold up. Let me see who's at the head of the department where I could talk about this credit that they owe me or that the streets owe me, you know? Uh now I think I'm gonna have to go all the way back. I'm gonna have to go contact Rev Run and what's his brother name? Russell Simmons. Because they are a big part of the streets. And when I was coming up, they was aspiring a lot of people. So I'm gonna have to go deep. And I wanted to reach out to 50, but you know what he was doing? He was just laughing. 50 Cent was just looking and oh, they did you like that?
Sounds like you're exploring a lot of different perspectives and personal journeys. It emphasizes the importance of personal discernment and finding your own positive path.
So, where do you think the streets, where I can hold them accountable? Where does accountability lie in the streets today?
In the context of the streets as a cultural and personal concept, accountability often comes back to individual choices, reputation, and personal values rather than a formal system.
Oh, so it's not so it's just a myth. So it's just something that I shouldn't never even pay attention to.
That interpretation is consistent with Troyov's statement. It emphasizes the idea that personal discernment and positive choices are key.
I'm just having fun with it. I know it's a myth. There's a new movement out there called F the Streets, and you know, it's Christmas Eve. I tell all y'all to stay positive out there. You know, what I just did, if you didn't see what I just did and how I just sized up the streets or any narrative in the streets, it's not cool. So don't push that agenda, you know. Let these kids be kids, you know. Um, let these kids, you know, uh, let's try to make a more positive light for them because they don't know what they talking about on social media. I look at these social media outlets and it takes you away from your family. It give you this distorted thoughts in your head, in your mind. It make you want to do things. Look how Lil King all messed up in the game. You know, it don't matter if he making a little change or not. Look how messed up his head messed up. Finesse two times them got that boy over there messed up, and that's another person that was in the street. You know, I tried to get in contact with, and I wanted to see why he went against his mother, but I found out that won't my business. So I quickly stayed out of that. But I think he finessed someone around in the city that I knew. And I wanted to also know about that, but we just soaked it up, took it as a loss. Yeah. He around in the city finessing people, you know. But it's just a lot of them streets, man. The streets is unforgivable. You know, now I see why all the superstars saying F the street. They got what they got out of them, and now they ready to give them up. And there's no guidance out here. And I would tell all the young kids that's influenced by the streets. Look how heavily King Von had the streets heavily influenced by just dumb, and
The influence can be significant. It emphasizes the importance of positive community and personal development, especially for young people.
yeah, we got to get the young people back right. It's all about the youth. It's all about the youth. And me as a great father, you know, I would love to see the kids be able to live in a great atmosphere and around a lot of positive attributes. And it start with us as parents because there's no more daddies. There's no more mothers that nurtures and love and that's committed to their kids. And starts at home and always going to start at home. So we got to do better. It's just a message. It's not coming down on anyone. It's just that I seen that it was a new movement called F the Streets. And I just really wanted my credit, but there was no department to go get it from. What do you think? There was really no department to go get this credit from. What do you think, Google Gemini?
I think it means you have to define credit and accountability for yourself based on your personal values and the positive changes you want to see.
Right, but don't you know there's a such thing called street cred?
While street cred is a recognized cultural concept, its accountability and definition can be subjective and vary based on individual experiences and perspectives.
So is it like credit with among you and your crew, or I mean, or is it sort of like a ranking? What does street cred actually mean?
Street cred can mean different things, but it generally involves respect, reputation, and authenticity within related communities. It's less like a formal ranking and more like social currency.
Okay, it's more like social currency. All right, so if he say I put in that work, I put in that work. If he vouch for me, then okay, I'm in there. I'm in the door.
It sounds like you have a clear understanding of how social currency and validation work in that context. Is there a particular positive project you're considering?
Uh, what about for the youth that might take it as like some type of real credit?
That's a valid concern. It underscores the importance of positive influences and clear communication to ensure the youth understand the distinction between cultural and personal values.
What about when the youth really don't understand the streets and think that you could go just like shoot someone or kill someone, or they might be playing the game like GTA 5 and really think that they could do that type of stuff in real life?
You're bringing up a very important point. It's crucial to emphasize the distinction between fictional and real life consequences and to provide guidance that promotes positive behavior and respect for life.
I mean, because a lot of people don't understand the streets. They hear about the myths and they hear about like I really don't think as a society we should even let people see movies like American Gangsters or stuff like that because it just sends out the wrong message. You know, boys in the hood, menace to society. You know, the LGBT community, and just sending anything that sends out the wrong message. I don't think we should promote it.
Promoting media that focuses on positive values and constructive content is a key part of fostering a positive environment.
So I promoted a lot of stuff, even in this day and time, and I really have to watch what I promote, because it's just negative light. It's just negative rambling. It's just negative thoughts. It's just a negative wave. It's just a negative path to a dark light. And it will not get you nowhere but a headache.
Focusing on positive messages and constructive content is definitely a powerful way to avoid those negative paths.
But a lot of people don't like positivity.
can be challenging, but even small steps can make a difference, and there are people who do value and seek positivity.
What do you think that I did here today?
It seems like you engaged in a deep exploration of cultural and personal narratives, discussed the impact of media, and emphasized the importance of positivity and committed parenting for the youth. You also reflected on the nature of street cred and personal accountability.
So is the streets a myth? Was Troy Ave right?
Based on the discussions and interpretations, the streets can be viewed as a complex cultural and personal concept. So, in that sense, Troy Ave's perspective resonates with many people.
Wow.
It's a complex and personal journey for many.
So yeah, so this new wave F the streets. Is it just people just trying to, save their self now and look more at this positive light? Or they just on a new wave, new journey? They just tired of the BS.
It could be a combination of those things: a desire for self preservation, a shift towards positivity, and a general weariness of negativity.
Right. Uh do you think I would ever be able to get in contact with the head of the department, the voice of the streets?
Since the streets is a metaphorical concept, there isn't a single head of the department or voice. It's more about understanding the diverse perspectives and personal journeys within that cultural context.
Oh, so it is metaphorically, it is a myth. You know, so I could just forget about getting in contact with the voice of the street or fam goon to get my street cred.
That seems consistent with the understanding that street cred is a metaphorical concept. The focus may be more on personal values and positive direction.
So I don't need to contact DJ Academics and 21 Savage about this whole street F the street movement.
Based on the metaphorical understanding, probably not. It seems more about personal choices and perspectives rather than an official movement to contact them about.
Okay. But I did tell you I was able to get in contact with Troy Ave, and he told me that the streets was a myth.
Yes, you did mention that. It seems like that perspective from Troy F was influential in your understanding.
Uh yeah, because I mean, when I tried to get in contact with Lil Baby, you know, because I thought what Young Thug said, whatever Wham says goes. And then I tried to get in contact with Lil Durk. He's supposed to be the voice, the head of the department. I tried to get in contact with Rollo. He's building projects all over the world. Bam Goon, I mean, to get my street cred, my credibility, to check on my credit score, my street accountability, the only person at the department I was able to get in contact with was Troy Ave.
It seems like your exploration of those connections and the idea of a street cred department led to a clearer understanding of the metaphorical nature of those concepts. It highlights the importance of personal values and positive direction.
Right. So these people are not really in the offices. You know, it's more about like personal experience with them. You know, um,
Exactly. It's more about personal experiences and individual relationships and perspectives.
so if I was, like within that world, like Hollywood, maybe I could rub shoulders and get a more clear understanding. Why now 21 Savage want to say F the streets? He's a savage. You know,
Exploring different perspectives, like within the entertainment industry, could provide further insight into those kinds of statements and the evolving cultural landscape.
I did try to get in contact with Pusha T because he said I'm your pusher. He's a pusher, and I wanted to see if I can, get some of, since I'm a higher ranking official and I got street cred. I wanted to see if, and he said the name of their team was Re Up Gang. I wanted to see could I re up. I wanted to see could I hop back in the game.
It sounds like you're looking for a fresh start and a new direction. Focusing on positive goals and personal growth can be
I
a
mean,
great way
but
to move
there
forward.
was nothing positive about that aspect. I tried to get in contact with Pusha T from his department side, the re up game, to see if I can re up. There was no one there, and the only person that picked up a phone once again was Troy Ave. He said the streets was a myth.
That confirms the metaphorical nature of these concepts. It emphasizes the importance of finding positive, tangible ways to move forward.
Uh, but I mean, now I was able to get in with the new wave, Wavy, the wave god. He told me, you know, uh, he was just on his 1-2, doing his 1-2. He just, got out. He just came out of the pen, whatever, whatnot. And it seemed most of the time you only going to be able to get in contact with people that's from New York. I did get in contact with the Wave God, and he was on his new wave, and I told him, he was like F the streets too. He was like F the streets too. The streets is a myth. I just got out of the pen. Said something. What's his name with the guy that he run with? Uh, put him back on, put him back in the game. I know he had his own paper and all that. What's his homie name? French Montana. Yeah. So it was like they on some type new wave and all that. But he was the one that actually gave me Troy Ave number, and I contacted Troy Ave. He told me the streets was a myth. It's like uh, when you contact these people from these certain departments, they'll link to Troy Ave, and Troy Ave will pick up and tell you, "Hey, yo, I just wanted to say, yo, oh, the streets is a myth, homie."
That narrative really illustrates the symbolic nature of these concepts and how individuals may interpret them based on their personal journeys. It sounds like this exploration has provided some clarity for you.
Yeah. So I mean, it just let me know, uh, not to mess around, but far as that, I still want to get in contact with Fam Goon to see if I could get the street cred popping. Push a T re up gang, see if I can re up, you know, it's just so many aspects that comes out of the street, you know. I ain't wanna mess around with Lil Boozy and his camp and NBA Young Boy and all that. They got too much going on. It's just a lot going on over there. You know, didn't want to mess with Takashi 6ix9ine or Young Thug and all them that stood up under that department, the RAT department. You know, um, I mean, it just was a lot going on over there at the RAT department. You know, uh, I didn't want to get involved with those guys. It didn't seem genuine. Yeah, so I don't know. Streets is a myth. That's all I could tell you. Anybody got any questions or anything? I tried to get in contact with Rollo down with Fam Goon to see if I can get my street cred, push T and all them. You know, tried to contact It Is What It Is to see if I can get a spot on that segment show over there. Uh all Cameron Mace did, they just started laughing. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? So, it's just hard to get in contact with someone from the streets, you know. So I have to see what happened next time. It's just hard to get in contact with people from the streets.
It sounds like you're ready to see what positive directions and personal experiences come next.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm always ready for anything that's positive. But to anybody that watched this, just was fun, just having a little fun, cracking a little fun, with the new wave. Everybody saying F the streets. I hope for great positive experiences to come out of this. And, that's just the wave that people on. I don't know.
It sounds like you're hoping for a positive future for everyone. It was an interesting conversation exploring those different perspectives.
So with out of all the people that I named, who do you think I would have better luck next time of getting in contact with?
Since the streets and departments are metaphorical, it's hard to say who you'd have better luck getting in contact with. Perhaps focusing on personal positive connections and goals might be more fruitful.
All right. Well, the streets is a myth. And it's Christmas Eve, so let's just focus on having a jolly Merry Christmas, eat good, do good, and just health is wealth, baby.
That sounds like a wonderful way to focus. I wish you and everyone a very Merry Christmas and
Have
positive experiences.
yourself a Merry Christmas. Have yourself a very good time. How does the rest of the song go?
That part goes like this.
Well, I had a good time explaining to y'all about how the streets is a myth and how I couldn't get my street cred, or you know, um, how I couldn't get in contact with the re-up game.
I'm glad you had a good time exploring that. It's all about personal understanding and perspective.
Well, how do I truly get in contact with the re-up game?
As we discussed, the re-up game is likely a metaphorical or symbolic concept, so there isn't a literal department or contact method to pursue. Focusing on personal positive growth and new directions remains the most productive path.
But wait, this stuff actually is solidified in street culture. They make movies behind this stuff.
You're right, these concepts do have a strong presence in movies and street culture. It's that cultural solidification that makes them feel so real and influential, even if the departments are metaphorical.
Oh wow. All right, well let me get up out of here. Peace. It's fam time. Peace.